Hey, everybody. I am so grateful and honored to meet up with you today to provide a little bit of information on this super blood blue moon eclipse that we have coming up this evening. I wanted to first spend a few minutes and just kind of give you an idea of what some of this means for us, and then to just do a short meditation with you to help us all get aligned and be in a position of allowing and letting this really powerful energy that we have coming really sink in, and to open ourselves up for the opportunities that it may provide for us as it approaches us and comes into our awareness this evening. So first of all, let's talk for just a minute before we get started. I'm going to watch the clock a little bit so that I can make sure we start right at 11:11. But to understand what this actually is, this super blood blue moon eclipse is an incredibly rare occurrence. The last time we had something like this was about 36 years ago. But what's really interesting and kind of unique about this one is that this is happening with the moon at 11 degrees of Leo. And it's also happening while the sun is at 11 degrees of Aquarius. And there are a lot of things that brings into play. First of all, the number 11, which is a number of alignment. And in fact, 2018 is even an 11 year. If you add 2 and 1 and 8 together, you get 11. So there's a lot of alignment that seems to be showing up in our environment right now, a call to align, a calling to alignment with source. So already we're into a really rare occurrence that's bringing into our awareness the importance of really aligning with our soul's purpose. So let's kind of break that apart and talk a little bit about the different words, right? So a supermoon, basically this is just the full moon is the closest to the earth during a supermoon. And so it's really, really highly visible. And it's really, really highly energetic. So it brings with it a really powerful energy. So if you're one of those people who's really powerfully affected by the moon, you will probably get more of that tonight, and then in the weeks and months to come as well, with that residual energy that comes. So the fact that it's a supermoon, highly visible and highly energetic. The blood moon part of it. This is basically 3 or more total lunar eclipses. So blood moons kind of happen in cycles. And this is also a rare occurrence. And it gets that name because as the Earth's shadow is cast across the moon just turns this beautiful blood red color. And so that's where it gets the blood label that it has. This is the first of 3 lunar eclipses. We actually have another in 2018 and one in 2019 coming. And that brings me to the term blue, the idea of a blue moon. You hear that something happens once in a blue moon. And what that means is it is 2 full moons happening in the same month. So that's a really rare occasion, is that because months are 30 days or 29 and 31 and different numbers of days, to get 2 full moons in one month is very rare. So actually we're going to get 2 of these blue moons in the year 2018. So even that by itself is rare. So there's a lot going on. Not to mention the fact that an eclipse itself is a powerful experience. Eclipses show up to identify turning points in our lives. So they're often kind of the initiator of some really important changes that need to occur. And they're often something that we need to bring our attention to. So maybe we're in a situation that's maybe not perfectly helpful for us in our lives right now. And eclipses come along as an opportunity to recognize that and make a change, to turn towards something that may be better or meet our purpose a little more fully. So eclipses are really powerful, and they come in cycles as well. So if you think about it, this one is linked to the eclipse of February of this past year, and then the total solar eclipse that we experienced in August. So all of these things are just really powerful and rare indications of change. And they're all happening now at the same time with this eclipse tonight. So I just wanted to spend a little bit of time and give you a little background and help you understand that these are opportunities for us to open and allow. And sometimes change is challenging and painful. It makes me think a lot of childbirth and the pains of labor that show up so that we can give birth to something so much more powerful and so much more beautiful in our lives. And we find ourselves so often in a rut, just doing the same thing and just sticking with our old habit patterns. And eclipses come along to sort of jolt us and remind us that nothing stays the same. Not really, things are always changing and moving and growing, and to help us learn to embrace that change, to open to it and allow for it. And it doesn't always feel good at the time. So keep in mind that with this eclipse, it's likely that up until this point, you've been experiencing some chaos, some confusion, some insecurities and instabilities in your life. And this eclipse may heighten that for a little while, and it may relieve that. But either way, it's important for us to be mindful of what we're experiencing, not just from a physical perspective, but also spiritually, emotionally, and to be mindful of that and to really go inward for our answers. So that brings me to this meditation that we wanted you to really help us to tune in a little bit. It's so, like I said, we get busy. We're out in our lives and we're trying to make a living and keep our families happy and take care of everybody else. And what happens so often is we're just not taking good care of ourselves. So often we are neglecting the very source that is giving us the energy to do the things that we're doing out in this world. So you'll hear me preach constantly about the value and the importance of meditation, that it all has to start with this inward journey that we take so that we can bypass and work through some of these physical limitations and open up to the powerful essence that we have deep inside of us so that we can bring our soul's calling forward. So that's what we're going to do in our meditation today. So let's just kind of get ourselves settled in our seats a little bit and get ready for our meditation to start right at 11:11. So I have 11:07 right now. So find yourself a comfortable chair if you haven't yet. And meditation does not require you to be in an uncomfortable position or anything like that. So just a nice comfy chair. I've lit a candle. I have some essential oils going on back here with my diffuser. I have my favorite little crystals here that I always hold and keep with me when I'm meditating. So if you have anything like that, that's always really nice to help you really ground into this meditation and bring yourself inward. So get yourself comfortable. Make a little bit of effort to find your breath. Before we even get started, just find your breath and try to consciously have the intention letting go of everything that's gone on today prior to this moment, to just allow yourself to calm down a little bit, bring yourself into this very powerful now place where we spend so little time really with awareness, to bring ourselves into the now, into this powerful now that holds every opportunity, every feeling, every emotion, every opportunity. It all is in this one moment. So just to kind of bring ourselves into that awareness before we even get started, everything that's happened up to this moment is gone. And everything that's going to happen moving forward hasn't happened yet. It's just not truth yet. So it's really challenging sometimes to just unwind all of that and come right into this very beautiful and perfect moment of right now. So just bring yourself down to that for just a little while. The rest of the world will take care of itself for the next few minutes. We're going to hold this space for you so that you can really bring yourself inward and allow yourself to open and understand a little bit of what we have ahead of us as an opportunity with this eclipse. So just kind of sit and be for a few minutes and get prepared to open to the energies of this super blood blue lunar eclipse that we're having this evening. So I'm just going to sit quietly until we get started. You can go ahead and close your eyes and just, again, bring your awareness just to your breath. Just close your eyes, bringing your awareness right to your breath. And we'll start our meditation formally when you hear the bell. So I'm going to give you a chime right at 11:11. So that we can be all of one heart and one mind in this meditation together. So for now, just letting go of the morning, letting go of all the events that have been going on up to this moment, and setting aside for right now everything that's going to happen past this moment, and just be right here with me. Just breathing, focusing on your breath. Just breathing and being. Noticing that your attention is on your breath. Noticing it going in, the moment of turning, and going out. And with each exhale, we're just letting go of a little bit more of the stuff that we've been carrying up to this moment. Deep breath in. Cleansing breath out, letting go. And now I would just ask you to bring your attention up to your crown chakra, the top of your head, bringing your awareness all the way up to the top of your head. What we're going to do is we're going to step down through our chakras into our heart. So we're going to stay at this crown chakra, take a step down and bring our awareness into that third eye, that beautiful intuitive third eye. Step down into that throat chakra where we speak our truth. And then down into our hearts. Step down and rest during this meditation in your heart center. This is where our truth lives. This is where our inner guru lives. Just be with this in your heart. And bring your awareness to whatever happened for you back in August during that total solar eclipse. Pure awareness of all of the sensations that you felt, the chaos, the confusion, the changes. What was going on for you during that total solar eclipse? What's available for you now is to wrap all of that up and to put it to rest with this eclipse. Allow for the fact that all of that has been resolved and you are putting it to rest with this eclipse. Make sure you're paying attention not just to the physical things that were going on, but to the spiritual and the emotional things that were going on for you during that time and since that time. Take some time now to release all of that. With your breath, just release it, let it out, and bring closure to that last half of 2017. And to open and activate a new energy between now and the next round of eclipses, which will be occurring in the next few months. Be aware that during an eclipse, our sense of security and comfort is shaken, and we're given the opportunity to really look inward, look inside to that inner guru, discover our fears, our hopes, our dreams, and the truth, and listen to it, to hear it, to quiet down, and hear our soul's calling. The beautiful thing about this eclipse is that it's happening in the sign of Leo. And Leo guards us to take charge of our lives and step into that role, to be king or queen of our own jungle, along with the full moon energy that leads us toward clearing things out that no longer serve us and letting it go. Be mindful that Leo wants us to act, but we need to make sure that we're retreating inward, listening to our higher self, our inner guru, and clearing things out from the inside first so that we can hear our next best move. This is likely to increase your sensitivity and bring up some heated emotions. Remember, this is only to help you make positive change in your life. The universe is doing things for you and not to you. Tune into your inner power and your inner wisdom. Like a lion or a lioness, call on that pride that you have, the inward pride, the inner wisdom. Feel safe and secure when you have that connection. You'll have the confidence that you need to express truth and to be who you really are. This brings about the notion of allowing. Allow this energy, this full moon energy, to filter into your life and embrace these changes. This will help you to create a new state of being for yourself, where you feel confident, loved, supported by yourself and by the world. Breathe in the love and the support that your inner guru can hold for you, that your inner wisdom can share with you. Breathe that in. And exhale all those things, those fears and those doubts that no longer serve you. Breathe those out. With each breath, you're breathing in the energy of this powerful super blood blue moon eclipse. And with each outward breath, you're letting go of the past, all the things that don't serve you any longer, of the fears about the future, the doubts, the insecurities. We're letting them all go and allowing this energy to fill our hearts and to bring us confidence. Connecting with our heart center, we can recognize that this total lunar eclipse carries strong feminine energy, and that connects us to that intuitive, soft-hearted center place inside each one of us. It also leads to a rise in feminine power. So we can all bring our feminine selves out into the world more boldly. Keep in mind that you may be feeling the effects of this eclipse for several weeks until the energy settles in. So be gentle with yourself. Make sure that you're observing any themes or issues or patterns that emerge from this eclipse. Keep in mind, if something starts slipping away from your life, or if something is abruptly ended around this time, trust that it is meant to be so, and allow things to take their natural course. Listen for the wisdom of your higher self. This is a place of comfort and love, safety and confidence. This is where our truth resides. And this is a place that we can always return to remind ourselves of who we are. Allow this eclipse to bring you to a higher state of consciousness and spiritual wealth. Sit with this wisdom and allow it to sink deeply into your heart center until you hear the bell, indicating the closing of this meditation. Wow, I am so honored to be a part of this with you, and I certainly hope that this has been powerful for you. And keep in mind that we will be saving this and reposting it so that you can do this meditation again, even closer to the actual eclipse itself this evening. So I'll be able to look at your comments if you have any or questions. I'll be happy to do that at another time. I wanted to just end this just as it is because it's such a beautiful, peaceful place that we're at right now. So have a beautiful day. Enjoy the energies of this powerful eclipse. Take it in. Allow, even when it's painful, sometimes just allow and open and realize that sometimes through the most painful experiences come the greatest joy. So who you really are is wanting to come out, and letting go of those layers of who we're not is the best way to get there. So I hope you enjoy this meditation and this powerful eclipse this evening, and know that I'm with you always. Namaste. So much love.